Yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League Debate Show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All of that. Myself, Shaq with Tobias. All right. Mo Salah. Go straight into it, Tobias. Take your Man United hat off. Should Liverpool sell Mo Salah? Or should Salah accept going to Saudi Pro League?
Well, I think it's been accepted. Well, it's reports it's been accepted. I can't see why he would reject it, if I'm honest, if the money's on the table and it's speaking right. But now the ball's in Liverpool's court. And it's a sticky one for you guys at the minute because your owners have proven that they're, at the end of the day, they're businessmen. Like it's all about business. Ideally, they would have preferred next year see how Diaz moves, because obviously Diaz is looking quite sharp at the minute since he's come back. So ideally they want that consistency to allow Diaz another season. Hopefully he blows. Probably more or less looking at a couple of people already in the pipeline. But now I don't think the deal can be done for a replacement. That's where the problem lies. I think if it was prepared, then yeah, not a problem. But I just think as it sits, and plus your fans, if Salah goes and Klopp stays, it's a matters.
It's carnage.
That's mad. And he doesn't get an adequate sort of replacement. That's mad to me. So it's testing, isn't it? You guys always talk about your net spend. This is reality. You know what I mean? You might feel the raft, and if he goes, I ain't gonna lie, he might get peak fees up because them goals are irreplaceable.
100%. So what you said, I 100% agree. Personally, I think Liverpool should give Mo Salah a new deal. Reason being is that, okay, so if you sell Mo Salah now, or you sell Mo Salah next year, with Mo Salah, what you get from Mo Salah is goals. You are guaranteed 20 to 30 goals, all comps every single year. Okay, so say if you got 100 mil for him or 150 mil, what player are you going to get who stays fit every single season, scores 20 to 30 goals? What player out there, if it's not Vinicius Jr. or Mbappe, that type of level of player, what player is out there for you to get who's going to be an adequate replacement for Mo Salah? So to me, it makes no sense.
No, but hold on. You always say that there's players out there. So I'm not having you tell me that you can't replace a man when you're the first one to say there's players out there.
100%. I understand there is players out there, but players out there like Mo Salah from the get-go to score 20 and 30 goals. From the second Mo Salah stepped into Liverpool, Tobias, he scored goals straight away. So Liverpool need a player to come in straight away to score 20 to 30 goals 5, 6, 7 years in a row without being injured. This is what Salah gives you. So for you to take 100, 150 mil, how much money it is, you can't guarantee another man on this planet, bar Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe, that elite, that's going to come in, who's going to stay fit every single season to score 20 to 30 goals. Sometimes money is great, but you can't get someone straight away who's going to get goals out there. There's no one out there. I know I've said there's players out there, but to what you would need to replace a Mo Salah. Listen, Mo Salah is arguably the best player we have seen in the Liverpool shirt since Luis Suarez. If you look at the longevity, the numbers, I think people don't understand how good Mo Salah is. When he retires, it's a bit like Lampard. I wasn't the biggest fan of Lampard. The second he retired, you think about it like that, he was serious. He was scoring 20 goals from midfield every single year. Guaranteed, no matter what you say about him, he's going to get you goals, and he's going to get you goals in big games as well. Same with Mo Salah. To me, it makes no sense selling him. Because you're going to have a bag of cash and not get anybody who's an accurate replacement.
Yeah, but the problem, not just that though, is that it's Mo's will to go. Like with the Saudi League up and popping, like realistically, he is the poster boy for that league. Really, it's made for him. It's made for him to walk in and be the absolute god.
Straight.
Do you know what I'm saying? So adapting won't be an issue. Culturally, it's not a problem. So you look at it, and I think that in hindsight, it might be more of his will to go that might leave you in more predicament than you expect. And that's mad because you can look at it that will be a change in your whole midfield and effectively a change in your whole front three
Your whole best and your best player leaving
within a season.
That's mad.
So
well, realistically, I can see it happening next year. I can see him going next year. I don't think it will happen now. I think it has to be a stupid offer for Liverpool to say, you know what, you can go. And for the fans to accept it. I mean, like 150, 170, them type of money. If Saudis put that on the table and Mo Salah wants to go, I think Liverpool can't accept it. They have to let Mo Salah say, I want to leave. And then they have to...
that's a dream scenario for them, though.
Yeah, but that's how the scenario has to be.
Yeah, but that's how they're going to force it. That's how it's going to. That's how it's always going to play out. They cannot be made to look like they was the first to accept the bid. It's impossible. But the question is that it's more. I think it all ends on Klopp, doesn't it? It must do. There's no way Klopp's going to be irrelevant of his will to leave or whatever. He can't be accepting of Salah going without an adequate replacement. It's impossible. If so, he is like Arsene Wenger rebirthed.
I think it'd be like, like the Harry Kane situation. I don't think you can actually replace him. You got to replace them with players, other players, like 2-3 players coming in and let the goals get shared about, because they're one-offs who's going to constantly be fit, score 20 to 30 goals plus every single year without fail of consistency.
But what's mad, for all your forward players, everyone seems to play on the left. You don't seem to have many players that play on the right. You're overloaded in the left and up front. In terms of Nunez can put in a shift on the left, obviously. Gakpo, Jota, I don't think he's as comfortable as he is on the right as he is on the left, because it doesn't suit your style anyway. Your style isn't to go down the line, your wingers to go down the line and get crosses in. That's your fullback job.
Yeah, but I think we're changing. I don't see we've changed our way of playing. We don't see our fullbacks going down the line now. They're coming inwards now. I think everybody's locked off what Liverpool do. I think they're trying to evolve Liverpool, where that's why we're going for trying to get a centre back as well. So we're going like 3 centre backs and our mid. And if we do have fullbacks, they're inverted, coming inside into midfield.
Yeah, which allows your midfielders, because the type of midfielders you've got to fill that space, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So our dynamic, if you look at our dynamic of players now, they've changed. If you look at Szoboszlai, we've never had a Szoboszlai since a Coutinho, who's a bit different, who can jink, skip past a couple and shoot from distance. So I think our profile of players changing, because I don't think you can get Mo Salahs and Sadio Mane's out there. So like for me, if Liverpool did sell Mo Salah, I think if you could put Diaz on the right, I'd be putting all the money and getting Matoma. I think Matoma would suit Liverpool.
Yeah,
maybe not get the goals. He might not get the goals, but Matoma would suit Liverpool straight away.
Do you want to play with Brighton again at this stage of the window? It's impossible.
You know what? Imagine it's called Chelsea. Chelsea. Listen, Chelsea. Yeah,
Brighton's coming like the new Levy. I forget the chairman's name, but he's not playing about. Like you're paying me.
Yeah, you got to pay. You got to pay. But what
like you'll make me, bro. Like,
you'll make a bidding war.
You are paying, and that's how Brighton are moving right now.
100%. You got to pay maybe 80, 90 million pound, 95 million pound for Matoma.
The next you got now the 2 gems are Matoma and Ferguson. So anyone getting those 2 players out of the team, you got to pay a lot of money.
That's why we've had this debates before. So people, if you want to go on a few podcasts, if you ain't seen a couple, we've talked about what the top 4, top 6 teams need to do now is stop being the guy who gets them from the middleman. They've got to be the middleman. You can't let these Brightons and all these other clubs taking these gems and then selling them to you for 80, 90 million. You've got to go to the source.
No, because they're not. The problem is they won't know because they're not. Matoma was on loan at what, a Belgian team 2 seasons ago when he was at Brighton, and there's too much pressure at the bigger clubs to allow that development within the team. It's impossible. That's why you see players like Diallo and things like that. They will suffer. Palestri even. How long we had Palestri and Diallo for? You know what I mean? And they suffered massively because they lack of game time. So they're not going to allow that progression. So it has to be that way.
Yeah, 100%. Even like what Brighton have done now, they've just bid, I think, £19 million for some guy from Lille who plays a DM who looks just like flipping Caicedo. So they've got another one already in the production line where they're going to sell for 80, 90 million in a couple of years' time.
They're the new Southampton, but Southampton done it differently. They're allowed to get raped for low money, really. Do you know what I mean? Well, maybe at the time it was big money, to be fair. But yeah, they've got to make sure that they keep that production line going because, as you see with Southampton, look where they are now.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, guys. If you think Mo Salah should leave, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Put it down in the comments. There's one more thing. Got over 300 views, but not enough likes. So if you're watching it, because I know people are, just press the like button and subscribe something so it goes at the top of the list of things when people are searching. Tobias, your last word?
Go Mo.
10 Hag in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
This is my last word. Chill out.